Webb checks both watches, takes a deep breath and blows his whistle. Manchester United against Chelsea in the presence of the special one. Yes, Jose Mourinho is here. I'm referring, of course, to Ian Dowie alongside me. You know the form. Chelsea in blue, Manchester United in red shirts. And in luminous orange, Petr Cech. He slices his first clearance.
Just a little bit surprising the languid start, you know. I felt Chelsea might have played forward to Drogba and try and get the game started in United's half, but Cech with an unauspicious start for sure.
Do you think, just out of interest, Ian, had Chelsea known that Ferdinand wasn't playing, they'd have gone with both Drogba and Anelka?
No, I think I have to believe, don't matter how good Chelsea are, I'll let you cut in here because it's a good break.
It's Lampard finding Deco. Drogba has pulled away through the centre. Lampard, no power, no direction.
I just think, and this maybe sounds bizarre, as good as Chelsea are, or Arsenal or Liverpool, you come to Old Trafford and you play with two out and out front men, I think you open yourself up to what United are very, very good at their rotation. So I think first and foremost Scolari's gone with that formation to stifle United a little bit and then obviously use their power to see them home.
Manchester United's home record is formidable. They've won 24 of their last 26 Premier League out favour. Too strong for Park.
And certainly Park seems to play in every big game. I do think that he's done it certainly against Chelsea to stop their fullbacks. Basinga and Cole, no question, you look statistically, Basinga's as forward-looking a fullback as Ashley Cole is, and they're the best in the division at it. And I think Park is in the team to stop that. And I think if they do stop Chelsea's fullbacks, it really is a big thing for United.
Here is Park, by his chest, it's with Rooney. Bosingwa.
Whatever you say though, even just to hear that's the outball that Drogba gives you, you know. If it's not going, it's not a beautiful game. He has that ability just to knock it forward. He makes bad balls into good ones.
Ronaldo, referee though has pulled it back for a foul.
What an occasion for Johnny Evans, really. I've seen him play for Northern Ireland several times. He looks composed, he's wonderful on the ball. Just for me, just to concentrate, his concentration levels just need to be at the max today.
Ronaldo, if anything's going to get him going, it's this occasion. Not going very far there, and Lampard's been yellow carded after only 3.5 minutes.
I think that's a very, very, very harsh yellow card. I think you miss it by a matter of like millimetres, Frank. There's no real malice in there at all. It's a foul, but it's a very harsh booking this early in a massive game. Howard Webb has to realise what's at stake in this game, and there's going to be a few challenges.
The teams met in early autumn at Stamford Bridge. It finished 1-1. Manchester United led that day for a long time through Park before Kalou's late equaliser. Here's Ballack. Well, that's Vidic. Fletcher. Terry. Giggs. And Park vying with Bosingwa. That'll be a corner.
Yeah, great persistence from Park. Not the best ball from Giggs, but Park turns it into one. And just out-muscles Bosingwa, and then lovely feet to earn himself the corner. I was just saying to you before, John, I do think that Chelsea will pose a huge threat at set pieces against United. You would think that the size of the Chelsea side, they should cope with United set pieces. Probably now they're going to score.
Giggs to take. Johnny Evans didn't quite get as far as Ronaldo. Wayne Rooney. Ronaldo. Neville. Will be heartened to get the nod ahead of Raphael today. Park.
Yeah, I'm pleased for Gary Neville because he had a horrendous time with injuries. So much typifies what United are about, and under Alex Ferguson. I thought he was brilliant against Stoke in the Premier League and deservedly keeps his place.
With the armband too. Ronaldo. Evan. Back from Giggs. Darren Fletcher. Cristiano Ronaldo. And Cech plucks it out of the air and then spills it. Mikel to Lampard. Drogba. Neat from Chelsea, but goal was heading in a different direction to the ball.
Certainly looks like Chelsea was almost set up to play on the counter-attack. When they do win possession deep in their own half, they are committing bodies very, very quickly forward. And maybe that's the way Philippe Scolari sees to suck United onto them and then break on them.
It's a repeat of the Champions League final in Moscow. A repeat of the 2007 FA Cup final. A repeat of many a recent Classic League game. And there's Rooney lurking. Dealt with by Carvalho.
Yeah, great run forward by Fletcher. He does that very well. Times his run off the ball. Good support play from Rooney. It's interesting actually when you watch Chelsea play how they put Passinga and they put Ashley Cole almost out onto the wingman and let Terry and Carvalho deal with them.
Fletcher's ball in.
Certainly a nice confident start from United in terms of possession, although they have looked a little bit fragile being broken on. I just think as well, John, when you talked about maybe going with two forwards, Scolari would do that. Another reason I think he's gone with the three in midfield, if you like, is that Mikel's position negates Berbatov's strength. Berbatov dropping off, he's dropping off onto Mikel, so it already negates half his play anyway. If there's a gap there, then Berbatov can play in that. At the moment, we're not seeing Berbatov in the game.
So what does Berbatov do faced by that?
Well, I think what he's got to do, he's got to play up against it for me, because the two fullbacks are really nice and wide on Park and Ronaldo respectively. He can work the spaces either side of Carvalho and Terry, and I think there's plenty of them.
Red gives Chelsea a free kick. Ballack. Now Berbatov for Manchester United. Just 3 Premier League goals for Sir Alex Ferguson's team so far from Dimitar Berbatov. Manchester United's manager, by the way, greatly enjoying the kerfuffle caused by Rafa Benitez's comments on Friday. She suggested, God forbid, that Sir Alex Ferguson gets an easy ride from the FA and the disciplinary authorities. Is that a nervous laugh, Ian.
I think always feel that. I think you really got to concentrate as a manager on things you can affect. And I think sometimes we're all guilty of getting sucked into things that really take away from what is a magnificent game. I just thought it was a bit of an unnecessary spat. And I thought the fact that he named referees particularly as well, I thought was probably fairly poor form. And I wonder whether the FA will have a look at that.
Giggs. Now Ballack finding Deco. Lampard. Ashley Cole's made a run. Deco. Joe Cole waited for the ball to come to him. Evra wasn't hanging around. Here's Rooney.
It always does amaze me in a way, really, for one so young, how aware he is as a footballer. You know, he picks a pass, the right pass at the right time, and that generally only comes with experience. But he seems to have it from such an early age.
Johnny Evans. Blocked by Park.
I think it's also very good for Sky that Joe Cole's back. I mean, it really does seem to sort of make a huge difference to him. I think people forget that everyone was talking how Scolari had let the shackles come off, and Joe Cole's very much part of that.
This is Deco, and Deco crumples, and it's a free kick in dangerous territory for Chelsea.
Certainly looked a little bit belated. I think he just gets some of the ball. Yeah, well, I think it's probably a very good decision from Howard. He's a little bit late. It's a silly place for to Fletcher to give away a set piece, particularly the likes of Ballack and Lampard about.
Van der Sar taking infinite care of the assembly of the wall.
That's interesting you mentioned the wall. I mean, because you know that Lampard or Ballack are going to shoot, you might as well put all your big guns in there. You know, I'd even think about putting Vidic in there, just to make the wall so tall that it really is an effort to get it up and over.
Potential for confusion with 2 or 3 Chelsea blocks in the Manchester United wall. Michael Ballack. I don't know whether he scuffed it or whether he tried to place it underneath the jumping wall.
Well, if he did, it didn't work out for sure. But it looks like he doesn't catch it well at all. But he's very capable of doing it.
Deco. Presumably the next free kick will be Lampard's after that effort. Mikel. Deco. Drogba, Lampard, Drogba had fallen over. There's Evans clearing. Carvalho. Bosingwa. Deco. There's Vidic. And then Evra, and the referee's assistants on the far side. Peter Kirkup flagging for the foul.
So Vidic has become an ever-present. He plays in every single game. He seems to never get the rest of it. You know, they have got plenty of experience in that team, and Chelsea just starting to warm into the game now, starting to get their passing game going. I have to say, I think Ballack's a big player for them as well. You know, got wonderful technical ability. You know, so strong, so powerful. Very much a modern footballer in terms of athleticism.
I should just say on the subject of Nemanja Vidic, he will be getting a rest soon, Ian, because of that sending off in the World Club Cup, of course, suspension in the Champions League.
All the more important that Rio gets his back sorted out.
Sending him to a specialist tomorrow to try and get it sorted out, because it's not gone away quickly, this problem. Here's Ballack. Comes out only as far as John Obi Mikel. Evans throwing himself in the way. It's a nice ball. Ashley Cole. Quite.
He was a little bit fortunate there, Ronaldo. He got done with the 1-2, and Ashley Cole would have had a better ball back to him. He was in.
Fletcher. Both these sides encouraged by Liverpool's failure to win yesterday. Ballack to Drogba. And Evans penalised.
Again, I think he gets that wrong. You know, Joe Cole jumps into it. It's a good header from Johnny Evans for me, but Howard Webb says there was too much aggressive intent, I think. It's a good centre-half header for me. That's why my ears look like this, John.
Well, this time it is Lampard to take it. Farrell distance out.
I'm not sure that didn't hit Evans' arm.
Well, there was a stifled appeal, certainly.
It's deceived by the ball, I think, particularly. I mean, Frank does take the shot on, doesn't catch it at all. It looks like he dives and handballs it. Could well have been given. It was just outside the area, fortunately enough.
Park. The Manchester United team who haven't found league goals that easy to come by of late. Ronaldo blocked off by Ashley Cole.
But it's an interesting point for me. I think Scolari's worked for this. You know, look how quick Joe Cole gets to Ronaldo. Doesn't let him get turned to get run at him, and really commits it. You have a look, right tight. I mean, that's over the halfway line. It's definitely a foul. But, I think they've definitely worked on that.
Park. Mikel finding Decker. Basingwa. Giggs has made life awkward for him.
This is brilliant play from Giggs, because he's playing centrally, but he knows Park's been sucked inside. He takes responsibility of going with Basingwa. The first time we really got Basingwa going forward, he does a fantastic job showing him how to play. Terrific pace still for his, let's say, his lengthening years, but he's still absolutely a fantastic athlete.
Park.
Certainly a lot of lovely slick possession, but in and around that middle third, no one being able to penetrate. You know, certainly Mikel's doing a wonderful job. You know, it's not really recognised, but the breaking up he does, and when balls are played in the front man, he's the one that presses it.
20 minutes played at Old Trafford in one of the major collisions of the Barclays Premier League season. Now play away await the first goal.
Fascinating contest already, though, John. You know, really, in some ways, different formations. How one's countering it, acting the other. It's that maybe that one error or one piece of magic will just open up the game.
Ronaldo. Off Ashley Cole for a throw. Gary Neville. Chelsea emerge through Lampard. Beaten by the bounce. Park. Rooney. Now Ronaldo. More fluency from Manchester United. Now was that handball? It was outside the area. Free kick given against Ashley Cole.
Again, it's a very good spot. I mean, Howard Webb's done very well. I think the linesman's done well because he clearly just flags for the handball, not the penalty. I think he gets it absolutely bang on. Yeah, he does. It's a fantastic decision from the linesman, or assistant referee as they're now called. But that's the first time United have really opened them up. It's actually a very poor cross that leads to that from Ronaldo.
Well, the referee's assistant is Darren Cann, who was an apprentice professional footballer before injury ended his career. Has an unobstructed view of that.
Just he thinks it's important that, you know, you can look at the view there that he's seeing. It's very important that Man United gets someone across Peter Cech's eye line to distract him. Otherwise, it's a clear sight of the ball. I think Fletcher's the one that's doing it.
Giggs with it, and Ryan Giggs finds Cech punching rather than catching. It's out with Park. Rooney, and he was caught by Joe Cole's lunge. It's heating up a bit.
Yeah, a few tackles flying, good service attack. Joe's got everything. Again, it's definitely not a booking, it's just a foul. Joe millimetres away from getting a contact on the ball. I think Ronaldo hit one of these in the week against Derby. It was absolutely millimetres away. I mean, Roy Carroll, I think it was, the ex-United player, just looked at it, and he does hit the ball in a unique fashion, almost punches it into the ground. Especially, mind you have to be a good player to wear green boots, John.
Waiting for his season to catch light. Ronaldo took a deflection.
I don't know, you'd be able to tell me more about it. He's not quite reached the heights of his stellar form last year, but I think he's still got 10 odd goals, John. It's incredible.
Yes. It's the taker's view. Giggs. Convincingly defended, but it is defended. Joe Cole, well won. Carvalho. Basingwa, the right back, is on the left wing. And the centre forward for Manchester United is playing right back, Rooney. Oh, and then Rooney had a bit of a swing and has given away a silly free kick and then shown some dissent to Howard Webb. And Howard Webb wants words.
Well, it's magnificent play for the team initially from Rooney. Sees the break that Chelsea go on, and it's at high pace. He does ever so well, and he just loses his temper, I think, because he tries to be clever. The single reads him, and he's a bit frustrated that he's probably given possession back in a bad area.
Well, Howard Webb has tried his best not to caution Rooney. He's given him every chance. He gets away without a card. This is an angle from which Lampard can cause some havoc. Ballack in front of the keeper. Didn't get as far as him. It was that man Rooney who headed it away.
Yeah, it's great defending. And I think, as I said to you, I really think this is an area that Chelsea can cause United a lot of problems without Ferdinand in the team. And Carrick, who both tower over 6'3".
Joe Cole to Declan. Van der Sar is quick to distribute, finding Ronaldo. Ronaldo still on the ground, taking his time in getting up. Basingwa, Vidic, and now Park.
To be fair to Park, he could have done with a little bit more movement from Berbatov there to give him an angle. He had nothing to play to.
It's Ballack. It's a back heel for Lampard. Johnny Evans in the way. Kicks to Rooney. And ahead of him, Ronaldo and Berbatov. Rooney takes up the baton. Basingwa with a poor challenge.
Yeah. That one is a booking. And it just shows that, you know, the pace and the quality to go from one end to the other. That's a poor challenge, that. It doesn't actually catch Wayne Rooney, thankfully, but definite booking. Just interesting at the other end there, John. I mean, the ball pops out to Frank Lampard on his left strong foot, his left. He hits it so cleanly. He's such a clean striker of the ball. You know, that's why his goal record's absolutely outstanding. He's a beautiful striker of the ball.
Well, there's the glue that holds Chelsea together at the back. John Terry, both by deed and by word. Ryan Giggs. Now a free kick has been given. There were some hopeful Manchester United fans asking for a penalty, and Ronaldo and Carvalho having a disagreement. Portuguese international teammates.
Well, Carvalho thinks he dived. Ronaldo thinks he was pushed.
Yellow card apiece.
Again, I just think Howard Webb's, you know, he's making a back for himself. Look, he's definitely got hold of him. Look, I mean, Ronaldo's absolutely right. He actually, the least part of it is when he goes down. I'm just saying Howard Webb's giving himself a problem where the game will be, you know, changed because of the sending off, because there's that many early cards. You've got to sense the occasion. You know, it's not really, it's not a booking for me. There's words, there's no real aggressive intent, just the two well, certainly country mates just had a little spat.
And the actual decision, free kick for Chelsea.
Well, I didn't see a free kick for Chelsea at all.
Ashley Cole. Down with Ashley Cole, caught by Neville. Felipe Scolari off part of his seat.
I think he's saying let's get on with the game. I mean, the ball was 5 yards away, all right, in a horizontal line, but Howard Webb made it come back to 3 or 4 yards. I want to keep the tempo of the game flowing.
Chelsea had a disturbed night, manager too, and their fire alarm went off at their Manchester City Centre hotel at 7 this morning.
I think the least pleased person was Diego Maradona. He needs his sleep, apparently.
I was going to say he was in the hotel, and therefore they, on the front pavement, were in pretty good company. So half an hour in, Ian, to England's version of El Gran Clasico. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think that there's no question United have had much the better possession. I would say, in terms of the intent, both sides have certainly lacked that cutting edge. Chelsea probably, on the break, had that little slight edge in terms of incisiveness, but I just feel that we certainly need more from Berbatov in the game. That's the key element for me. And at the moment, Joe Cole's doing a great job on Ronaldo.
Untimely slip there by Gary Neville that Vidic has covered.
What a wonderful ball from Van der Sar. They've got great ability to do that, Dutch keepers.
Evra's made something of it too. Here's Rooney. There's Berbatov through the middle. Lovely play, but it doesn't have the end product it perhaps deserved.
Well, we talked about it. We needed someone to spark. It's Wayne Rooney with a wonderful little ball. I'd have to say, Berbatov does brilliantly. Watch his disguise. It just doesn't get out on his feet. He doesn't try to touch the ball. Look, a little body swerve. It just doesn't get out of his feet. Really, though, it's got to do much better than that.
Gary Neville. Chopper goes down theatrically, and now the referee gives the free kick.
Well, I think the assistant referee gives the free kick. I didn't think it was a free kick. I thought he played the ball.
He's not got the easiest job in the world today, Howard Webb.
No, but to be fair, he's referee. Well, I just feel that he hasn't probably needed to flourish as many cards as he has. I mean, it's not really been a bad tackle outside Basingwa's, which even then doesn't really catch Rooney. It's great, isn't it? It's a proper game, you know, there's a few tackles flying. I think it's really important that, you know, so often you see sterile games. This is one, you know, there's plenty of passion here, there's plenty of tackle. We may not have seen the beautiful football that we all come to expect from these great games, but it is a fascinating spectacle, John, it really is.
Times fevered, sometimes febrile, never anything less than fascinating. Deco. Lampard guiding it into the path of Ashley Cole. There's Drogba. Ballack went down.
Yes. I have to say it's a very poor attempt at getting a penalty from Ballack.
It's been greeted with derision by the Old Trafford crowd. Here's Berbatov. Park against the fullback who's already been booked in Basingwa. And that is a goal kick given by Howard Webb, and most of Old Trafford chooses to disagree.
Well, why would Park leave it? I mean, there's no risk. Ballack there, yeah, he just tries to con the penalty out of it. Ball in, not the greatest ball again, behind it. It's a poor touch from Drogba. Oh, and there's absolutely no contact. And Ballack tries a triple Salco there. Certainly never been a penalty.
But whilst agreeing with you that we don't want to see too many yellow cards, is that not a yellow card?
I have to say, I can't stand that. I think it's, you know, in what's as you say, a very competitive sport, you don't need to see that. Yeah, I think that should be a yellow card.
Berbatov.
Just starting to see Berbatov become a feature in this game now.
Foul is by Mikel. Evans, Vidic, Berbatov, in or just outside the D. Fletcher coming round the back. Giggs delivers. Came off Terry's head.
A great delivery from Giggs round the back. Fletcher does that run so often.
Berbatov.
Great anticipation there from John Terry. Read the ball into Rooney from Berbatov and was on it nice and early.
Drogba. Rooney, Giggs. Ronaldo is wide left at the moment, out beyond Evra. Joe Cole and Ballack to deal with.
Managed to squeeze a little cross in, just doesn't. It's actually a good play again from Carvalho, just seeing the ball into Cech's hands. But again, both boxes haven't seen nowhere near enough action. Probably Berbatov is by clearly the best chance of the game, and that's really the only time that any keeper's been seriously threatened.
The 153rd meeting of Manchester United and Chelsea, all square. Been hammering away at each other since 1905. Ballack, Deco, Lampard. Ballack. Ashley Cole. Lampard. Drogba up against the rookie centre-back Evans.
He stuck to his task very, very well. Such a powerful athlete, Drogba, that Johnny Evans makes sure he doesn't get time to turn. He has to concede the corner. That's very, very good defending. Just interesting there, Mikel on the edge of the box, not gone in it. You wonder with his size, just added to it.
In by Lampard. Beyond Carvalho. Rooney. Presented to Mikel. Ballack. Carvalho. Drogba trying to spin. Park clears.
Well, just if Wayne Rooney could have picked out a better path, they were. A tremendous break. And both sides really look at their most dangerous when they're breaking. You know, either from set pieces or good passes of possession for either United or Chelsea. It's almost a counter-attack game.
Ashley Cole. Lampard. Bosingwa. Ballack rising. Gary Neville did very well.
So magnificent defending, because when Ballack releases himself in the box, he's a real threat. It's fantastic. Good play from Gary Neville.
Berbatov. Fletcher. Ronaldo. Deco. Joe Cole. Second bite at it. Drop is offside.
Yes. It's very good play, very good defensive organisation, and Vidic at the heart of it. You see him squeeze, the ball goes back, and that allows Drogba's run to be 2 or 3 yards off. Good defensive organisation from United.
Here's Giggs. Hook up with Berbatov. This is Mikel.
It's just them little moments there, John, that are not quite happening for either side, you know. A good pass from Giggs. Actually, I think Berbatov's movement wasn't particularly great then.
Deco. Ballack. Deco. Lampard. Ballack. And Evra mops up.
Good little passage of play for me from Chelsea in the last few minutes, starting to pick their passes, starting to close a few problems. Vidic and Neville both being called on to defend well. You just sense the temperature of the game's rising a few degrees.
Pity about half-time in, it's going to get in the way.
Always does, John.
This is Patrice Evra. Now Park. Giggs.
Giggs is saying there, stay wide. A little bit of confusion. If Ronaldo does come now, it's important that Gary Neville does get on the overlap, but probably haven't quite seen enough of Ronaldo in the game thus far.
Park. Evra. Across comes Carvalho. Now Ballack.
Brilliant again from Giggs. It's absolute brilliant awareness. And now this will be great for Johnny Evans. He's getting an absolute roast in from Ryan Giggs, and Johnny's just got to take it. It's a silly header, but they're the things that will make him a better player. You know, you don't get away with making mistakes at United without being a little flea in your ear from one as magnificent as Giggs.
Park. Neville. Rooney. Now Giggs. Berbatov to Park. Ronaldo and Park! Oh. John Terry made the block.
Well, who else but John Terry? But what about the football? Magnificent play from Park. Great timing of the pass from Ronaldo. Good hit as well. That looks like it's on its way. Fantastic. Never say die defending. Look at this. Look at his commitment. Absolute. That's in as well. Great block from Terry.
Penultimate minutes of the first half. Giggs a key figure. Nearly fell for Berbatov. Right under his boot. Vidic and Ronaldo jumped ahead of him.
Funny enough, the United set piece have caused more problems than
offside. Ronaldo, that
Chelsea's just slightly. I think Giggs is Rooney's going for the big 70-yard crossfield pass to Giggs, and Ronaldo's just making his way back from the set piece. You'd probably say that United have probably just shaded it in terms of clear-cut chances and in possession, but Chelsea's certainly very much in it.
Giggs. Sufficient number of nibbles from Drogba for the referee to give a free kick.
Great play. I think Giggs is frustrated that Howard Webb doesn't play the advantage because Park's in a very, very good offensive position. Terrific
ball. Found now by Fletcher. Here's Evra. Joe Cole is back with him. Park. Ronaldo mishit it. Hit Rooney. There's Fletcher. Fletcher is asking for something more than a corner.
Fantastic reading of play. Park does particularly well. Reads Mikel like a book. And really, it's a poor hit. Well, I think it does hit his arm. No, it'd be absolutely absolutely terrible. Again, John Terry, you know, can't put a price on that type of defending. That's proper commitment to the cause. And twice he's kept him in it.
Play will not continue, that will not count, because the linesman had his flag up and wasn't happy with the taking of the corner.
I think it was just outside the D. It's interesting this, because it seemed bizarre because all of a sudden Giggs ran with the ball that hadn't been moved. The flag went up straight away, to be fair to the assistant referee. Yeah, it was never even in the D. So he's absolutely right, and he can't just take it on his own. The ball has to be moved.
Giggs legally this time. Berbatov on, and the header in. Vidic. Manchester United have their goal in first half stoppage time.
Well, I did say about the set pieces that Giggs's were better than Chelsea's. It was a great second phase set piece. Berbatov with the flick on. Vidic goes ever so well round the back post, and he just can't get enough of a hand in it, Cech. Look at that, good whipped in, just enough touch, great downward header. I think Cech would feel he maybe should have palmed that round the post, but Berbatov makes it, gets on the move, he's brilliant in the air. Yeah, I think Cech would feel he should have got more of a hand on that. But brilliant second phase defending, good downward header. Oh, it's a big hand from Cech.
Celebrations from the manager and 70,000 plus others.
Well, said he just edged it. United feel like they deserve to be in the league, but they, in the last 10 minutes they have upped the temperature.
And Nemanja Vidic has scored his fourth of the season, by which Sir Alec Ferguson's team lead at the break at Old Trafford in this momentous game amongst two of the leading contenders for the Barclays Premier League title. The last meaningful move of the half, Giggs' corner, Berbatov's flick, possibly Cech's error, definitely Vidic's goal. It's Manchester United. Here's Berbatov, not for long. No changes by Manchester United. And if the home side convert a half-time lead into a win, then they'll move back above Aston Villa into third place, just 5 points behind Liverpool with 2 games in hand. They play one of those on Wednesday night here against Wigan Athletic. News on Deco, by the way, is that he's suffering from a calf problem.
Well, it certainly is Frank that's going more left, but it's almost a half-cock system because Frank will definitely play narrow, so really it'll be up to Ashley Cole to really drive on that left-hand side, which he's very well capable of.
Park.
Brilliant work ethic from Park. Even, whatever you say, you can see why Alex puts him in the team. His work ethic's terrific.
Johnny Evans. Drogba. Lampard. Drogba is onside, and Johnny Evans comes to the rescue.
Well, both Joe Cole and Drogba pull out this right-hand side, no one spots them.
Basingwa. Fletcher. Ronaldo, and across comes Terry.
Well, he has to make that, John Terry. It's a good decision in the end because he gets there. Otherwise, Ronaldo's clear through on goal.
Basingwa. of Nicola Anelka means that we're now graced with the presence of the leading scorer in the Barclays Premier League this season, 14 goals. Park to Evra. Free kick. Carvalho. Terry. Ronaldo. Gary Neville is up in support. Park. Rooney. Park. Decisive action taken by the skipper. Here's Ronaldo again.
See, I think Ronaldo's entitled to have someone across the front post there. You know, all right, Rooney gets involved in link-up play, but he does drive wide right. It was a good delivery for me. Just someone to get across the face of Peter Cech.
Vidic. Van der Sar.
Good keeping.
Ashley Cole.
Yeah, worth a strike. United backed off and backed off. Hit it well enough, which is straight down the throat of Edwin van der Sar.
13 months since Chelsea last lost away from home in the Premier League. 20 games. No longer is Stamford Bridge an impregnable fortress. Their away form this season, 8 consecutive wins, and then they've been held to draws in their last 2 on their travels. Chelsea unbeaten away, Manchester United unbeaten at home.
I think it's important for Alex Ferguson. Now they have made that change. I know it was forced upon Philip Scolari. You know, they keep their shape, make sure that Giggs and Fletcher track Ballack's run, because if they keep their shape, you know, don't get done with it, you know, midfield runner, they will get another chance in the game, because of the fact that Chelsea are going to have to come home and open up the game.
Berbatov.
You have to say, he makes us normal footballers look look very average. He's so languid, so laid back, but his control of the ball is absolute sublime at times. Berbatov. You know, you love watching him. Sometimes you want to shake him, but whatever you say, he's sometimes worth paying the money just to watch him, the way he controls and manipulates the football.
Park, who's lost it. Anelka. Joko.
I think it was Alex Ferguson, he said it, I think in his pre-match interview, there's not much between the teams. Clearly there isn't. It's the slightest things. You know, attention to detail at set pieces so often wins and loses your games. You know, whoever's marking Vidic has lost him on the second phase. I think it was John Terry, which is very unlike him.
Vidic at the other end. His header in the 1 additional minute at the end of the first half. The difference between the sides. Came from a Ryan Giggs corner that was flicked on by Berbatov. Lampard down for Chelsea, clash of heads with Neville. Berbatov. Evra. Park. Ryan Giggs. Clever ball for Park. Berbatov arriving. Ashley Cole clearing. Fletcher. Gary Neville, 34 next month. Neville. Ronaldo.
Just, for me, you can see it almost immediately, the fact that, that Frank's playing that more sort of left of that four now, it releases that ball into the front man seat so much easier. There's no question, they're not quite as defensively solid as they were, Chelsea.
Ronaldo. Got the cross into a terrific area.
He has got two great feet. People, say, oh, you show him inside, he can go either way, and that's a fantastic delivery. And, Rooney's well out of the game, but certainly his body's committed across the face of it. And United look certainly like they're hungry for a second goal. I don't know what Berbatov's thinking of there. He's got to be on the move, As soon as he puts his foot back, you've got to get across the face of it. Even if it goes over your head, that's maybe a tap-in for Dimitar Berbatov, but he's standing still in the box. Cardinal sin for centre-forwards.
There's one awkward moment when Ballack nearly went for it. It could have been an own goal. Here's Drogba. Joe Cole. Vidic's head. And then the boot of Neville.
Certainly a bit more open game already because of the change.
Terry. Lampard, Drogba. Here's Lampard, Evans at his back, Drogba, will probably go for a throw.
Yeah. It's good play, very bright play. Lampard does ever so well. Lovely little roll back, just enough contact on the ball, I think, from the defender to make that shot go high, wide, not very handsome.
Lampard, Evans slid in, here's Anelka.
Worth an attempt, particularly in the vein of form he's in. He's capable of scoring from there, just doesn't get hold of it.
Well, there's a manager who was portrayed at the start of the season, Ian, as a world beater, and now he's being questioned.
Well, it is madness considering what he's achieved in the game. I think United played against the Palmeiras, I believe, when he was manager there. So they've clashed before, and it's a game of fine margins. And I have to say, United have probably edged it. Even in the second half, they're slightly more punchy. They're slightly, in terms of work ethic, I think they're outworking them. At the heart of that, Giggs and Ji-Sung Park have been absolutely colossal in their work rates.
One is a fragile lead. There is Park. Rooney, Berbatov, Ronaldo beginning to motor. Rooney, Berbatov, Park and Giggs in the middle. The Singer has got the better of his compatriot this time.
Well, it's brilliant play from Park and then Rooney. At this elite level, you can be in great position defensively. All of a sudden, teams can explode on you with pace and power.
Ballack. There's Gary Neville. It'll be a corner.
I think they're trying to hold a high line, and there's no pressure on the ball there, and that's the one time the offside trap let them down. I don't think he was ever offside. He's done well in the game. Neville looked strong, looked powerful, looked back to his best.
Lampard, Fletcher, Mikel.
It's just interesting there, you know, when the ball popped out and it fell out to Lampard to give it back to Mikel. Berbatov, well, obviously, is a marker, just wandered out and left his marker. You've got to really stay with them set piece until where it's first phase or second phase. You can't afford to leave people, particularly the size of Chelsea. On that occasion, it didn't pan out that way, but another time, another delivery in the box, and Berbatov man gets a free header.
Joe Cole. Basingwa.
There's some big positives out of this display so far from Alex Ferguson. You know, the faith that he's shown in Johnny Evans, you know, has been rewarded thus far. It's a big fillip, I think, for Darren Fletcher. I think for Darren Fletcher, it's a huge thing. You know, he's been, you know, chosen ahead of Carrick. A lot of faith shown in by Sir Alex Ferguson.
That's the reason for the cheer. Tevez is warming up. He's got a few bridges that need to be rebuilt after his comments about possibly leaving. Giggs, Ronaldo, Evra, Ronaldo, Evra, and Ronaldo. And Chelsea Phil ran into Mikel. The referee feels Mikel blocked him off.
Well, it's certainly a silly foul to give away. I think he does. I think he just... There's no question he blocks him. He does block him. You know, it's a needless foul to give away. The set pieces have been a problem for Chelsea, surprisingly, with their height. But it's been down to the quality of delivery, and almost always from Giggs. You know, whatever you say about Tevez, he does work his socks off here, and the fans really appreciate that. Very like Park and his work ethic.
So those are the options for Manchester United. Ronaldo fancies it. Anelka. Giggs. Taken away by Ashley Cole to Ryan Giggs. Giggs wanted a free kick, he's not going to get it. Ballack for Chelsea, who are warming up Giuliano Belletti at the moment. Rooney breaks up the attack, here's Ronaldo. Through looking for Berbatov, finding check.
It's a scintillating game, you know. Chelsea really are trying to go for it, and as a result it's making it a magnificent spectacle now. Much lively in the first half, not as tactical and not as, you know, catchy-mousy, but it really is an open game at the moment.
Drogba. Joe Cole to Basingwa, who's the player that's going to come off for Chelsea. Anelka. Lampard was arriving, it was Gary Neville that met him. And Park scampers away from Ashley Cole. Wayne Rooney. Giggs. It's Patrice Evra. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now Evra's across. And it's in! It's Rooney! It's two!
I was about to say to you, he's been brilliant, but Patrice Evra, since he's been absolutely magnificent since he's come in today. He's been out for so long. Wonderful interlink play. Great delivery. I mean, it's brilliant play. Nice overlapping movement. Look at it here. He decides, he makes up Ronaldo's mind. Great little run. Got to do better to block the cross, but you know, who's marking in the box? and it's an absolute wonderful delivery, and Rooney just puts a side foot onto it. I think it may even be Ashley Cole. No, it's Rooney through Ashley Cole's legs. It's there it is, just through his legs. They all count. And I did say, I just felt that, you know, with the change of system, there's going to be more goals in the game, and it always looked like United were going to get the second.
It looks like Manchester United's day. Wayne Rooney scores for the 11th time this season. Patrice Evra is really struggling, having got the assist for the goal. Basingwa has come off. He's been replaced by Valletti, and Chelsea have to come from 2 down.
Well, last thing I need to leave Patrice Evra. I think I have to say, you know, I think the coincidence of Patrice Evra being out of the side has led to a little bit less creativity from United. I think he does give them a fantastic effervescence and, you know, drive down this left-hand side, and they'll be desperate to get him back on the pitch.
Lampard, Ballack, Evra has decided down below as he can't continue. He's told Rob Swire, the physio, he needs to be replaced. Manchester United defending with 10. Joe Cole. There's Park. He runs at Terry. He goes down. Howard Webb is singularly unimpressed. Now Anelka. Drogba. John O'Shea is coming on in a second for Manchester United.
I think the vital moments they get him on, you know, they don't want to give away half their advantage by conceding a goal when they're down to 10 men. Very important. There's a chance here of a break.
It's Berbatov for Manchester United's 10 men. Being shadowed by 2 defenders, they now become 3, and he needs help. Ronaldo. Rooney. Gary Neville. Darren Fletcher also looks to be struggling out there. He's got the ball. Rooney. Manchester United supporters lapping this up. And there's Rooney again. He caught Carvalho. He escaped a caution for things said to the referee in the first half. He won't escape for that.
It's unnecessary. It's his frustration because he's given the ball away. He swings the leg. It's not malicious, but he's got to stop doing them things because he ends up missing games because of it. I have to say, United deserved this because they were very patient in the first half, clearly dominated possession. But, you know, their patience has chipped away at it. They got their goal, and in the second half, you know, because of the change of system for Chelsea, they've looked really much more of an offensive threat. And in the end, Chelsea can't cope with it.
This becomes a win. Manchester United will be within a point of Chelsea. Ronaldo. Mikel stepping in. And also only 5 points behind Liverpool with 2 games in hand. John O'Shea's first involvement.
It's a little thing there for Johnny Evans about his composure there. You know, ball's rolled back from under pressure, but he has that ability. That's why they think so highly of him. A lovely composed pass out. I have to say, I think he's been one of the big pluses today.
Anelka, Lampard. Joe Cole. Big game, and this would be a big win for Manchester United. And equally a sizable defeat for Chelsea.
He's been absolutely outstanding, Giggs, really has. He's not put a foot wrong. Defensively, he's been colossal. He's kept the ball. His awareness has been terrific. Just as I say that, he goes and makes a sloppy pass. Yeah, he's been terrific.
Confirmation that there was a yellow card for Park Ji-sung of Manchester United for that attempted dive when he was challenged by John Terry. Referee allowed play to continue but has gone back and cautioned the South Korean.
I think he was just tired, John, with the work rate. He had to lie down.
So 6 yellow cards in the game, 3 to each team.
Yeah, another great challenge from Giggs, screening the front men, ball up to Drogba. Now all of a sudden that Drogba limping a little bit, you know, it's not quite going their way today, Chelsea.
Berbatov. Ronaldo sprinting ahead of him. John Terry came in. Drogba, too far in front of Lampard. And Giggs creates space for Fletcher.
It's amazing, isn't it, when goals go your way in games, how much freshness seems to be injected. I mean, United look so much fresher, so much sharper. All of a sudden, Chelsea look a bit languid, look a bit heavy-legged, and you can only see another United goal the way it's going at the moment.
Joko. Belletti. Anelka. Gary Neville ahead of Ashley Cole.
Yeah, they played very well today, really has played ever so well. Gary Neville.
John Terry taking some stick.
No one will be hurting more about this result than John Terry, that's for sure.
Free kick given. Frank Lampard will take it.
Very good at that, Edwin van der Sar. You know, he doesn't do it as much now, obviously, with his getting on the years, but when he does come and claim, he's always very, very assured. It makes such a difference against the big side to keep it coming and claims the ball.
Drogba. Anelka. There's Vidic. The referee plays a good advantage. It's Ronaldo. Rooney. Check.
Again, though, that awareness, and he doesn't execute the ball very well there, really, but he sees Park's late run to the back post, just a little flatter delivery required. But fantastic work ethic, his enthusiasm, you know, is infectious in the team for sure.
And if you were Liverpool at the moment, having slipped up and having played 2 games more than Manchester United, and seeing them gradually finding their usual post-Christmas form, you would have cause for concern, Ian.
Oh, for sure, and knowing that you've got to come here as well. So, it's, you know, United, as Alex Ferguson said, it fully fit squad.
Here's Drogba, on time by Vidic. Gary Neville. And here's Ronaldo. Oh, and he just left his foot there and caught Lampard. So Chelsea's midfield maestro has another chance. It's Lampard. Ballack and Drogba with a missed kick. Rather sums up Chelsea's day.
Yeah, he doesn't look quite himself today, Drogba, in terms of that, but he lashes at the ball, just a strong side foot for me. Too much back lift and it hits his standing foot. As simple as that. But, you know, Drogba will take time. You know, he's been out of the game, been out of the team for a while. You know, he needs games to get his sharpness back. A great ball in, though. Just, you know, for me, Chelsea defender static, Wayne Rooney's on the move and gets his result. He didn't look too injured there. Evra looked fine.
Did about 30 seconds later and he had to go off. Joy at both ends of the pitch. Anelka. Manchester United, the current champions, the champions the season before, the two campaigns before that. Chelsea top dogs. Joe Cole hit his own man, Drogba. John Terry. Mikel. Berbatov. Now Park. And Rooney hasn't really been picked up. Now Terry comes after him. Ronaldo. And Ronaldo let fly. Joe Cole made the block. John O'Shea. Rooney. Manchester United's immense relief that off they went to FIFA's World Club Cup Jamboree in Japan. And when they came back, despite other rivals having important games, the position hadn't really changed.
Well, I think the presenter before the game was saying the best team in the world. So, you know, it's a fantastic thing to go and win. You know, clearly, if it affected their form, it'd have been disconcerting. But you know, I think he rotated the squad out there and he ended up winning it, which is magnificent, particularly with 10 men in the final.
The word was that he gave a pre-final team talk that effectively was a team talk for the rest of the season. That's one of his many talents, Sir Alex Ferguson, capable of pieces of oratory that can stir the soul of the most experienced.
Probably heard a few rousing speeches from some of the lads in the shipyard in Glasgow.
A useful background to have. And he's gunning for an 11th English League title. Bob Paisley is second in that managerial list with 6. Mikel and O'Shea. Ballack a little angered at losing the ball and tumbles over. There's Giggs again.
Desire, you know, you can't, whatever you say about players, you can't give him that. He has got a desire that any young player would kill for. Look at his tenacity. Just doesn't know when he's beaten. And that, for me, makes him a world-class player.
Lampard. Ashley Cole, Didier Drogba. Drogba once more. This time he loses it to Park.
Now look at the energy now, United. Rooney, Park, springing forward.
It is Wayne Rooney. Now it's Berbatov. Manchester United seeking the goal that would put this game beyond any reasonable doubt.
This may be tempting fate, John. I think it is beyond reasonable doubt. I really do. I think Chelsea look a bit of a spent force. United, magnificent ball from Johnny Evans, just showing great. They look like they're being picked apart.
Rooney, closed out by Ashley Cole. Lampard back to check.
I I'm not in any way saying that Chelsea are a great team. I'm just saying in this particular game, United have had too much for them.
Giggs. Berbatov. Offside, Wayne Rooney, says the linesman.
I'd like to see Ashley Cole's position, whether he plays him on. It was very, very close. A great improvisation from Berbatov.
Mikel. Joe Cole. Belletti. And there's Giggs to pick up the pieces. And Michael Carrick is going to come on now for Manchester United with their second substitution. And he is going to replace Ryan Giggs, who will get a rousing ovation.
And rightly so, he's been absolutely terrific. He's adapted to that more central role this season when he's played. He's been first class. And not a bad replacement. Arguably he's the best holding midfield player in the country for me, in Michael Carrick.
Luxury from the bench. Ryan Giggs' consummate display coming at the end of a week when, for the first time, he's actually broached the subject of possible retirement at the end of the season. The referee could have allowed play to continue. Yellow card for John Terry.
I just don't understand. I mean, it's actually a brilliant pass from Berbatov. It's an awkward ball to hit. You know, he's got to let. It's not that bad a foul, really, but it's a shame because United were in full flow. Born out of frustration a little bit, I think, from John Terry. He'll be angered and disappointed. They haven't really put their best foot forward, and generally he's been at the heart of the team when they have come in and performed really well. They haven't done that today.
Berbatov did really well to hold it up. And now Terry's frustration will grow because a free kick's been given against him.
Lot stronger than he looks, Berbatov. You know, he has that language style. People would think at times he's not bothered, but he's very, very clever with the use of his body. John Terry just can't get to the ball.
And the only other realistic candidate to take this free kick has just been substituted. So it will be Cristiano Ronaldo. Marked out his run deliberately.
Looks like it's a shot on rather than a whip delivery.
Ronaldo. Corner.
I think he does take the shot on as well. He hits it fairly hard. Yeah, it's a definite shot. It hits his arm actually, but nearly deflects in.
Manchester United got a penalty for that at Southampton in the Cup last weekend. I think that one hit the player's head.
It did. Although he did turn and look away at the ball.
Rooney. Manchester United seeking to inflict further damage. Michael Carrick. Johnny Evans. There's a goal kick.
I think game in, game out, and Jose Mourinho will be thinking, this looks a powerful side, you know. Rio Ferdinand added to it, and that's no disrespect to Johnny Evans. Inter Milan will have it all on to do these over two legs. Santo there warming up possibly. The final change that he can make. Chance.
Berbatov offside, Ronaldo.
Again, must be inches. He's not off. I did think that.
Cut of the grass gives it away, doesn't it?
It's definitely not off. It's a poor decision.
More glimpses, though, of the old Ronaldo today.
Yeah, they have.
Mistake by Carvalho, it was a poor ball to him. Ronaldo!
Yeah, he can certainly hit a ball. It's a very, very sloppy piece of play. From Joe Cole, a sloppy pass across. It is Joe Cole, very loose, can't get to it, doesn't need a second invitation. And God, look at the movement of that ball in the air. Must keep their discipline, Chelsea. You know, Belletti go and chase the ball. Look at the hit, look at the move on the ball. Really is unique the way he strikes. He's not getting that. Check.
Berbatov, not as close as Ronaldo's previous effort.
It's important that Chelsea keep their shape here. You know, it's becoming a bit of a ragged display. United looking more and more likely to get that third goal.
Here comes the substitution. Joe Cole coming off, and the 19-year-old Argentine Franco Di Santo coming on.
Can't get too many more offensive players on the field now. Clearly he might go back, whether he goes to 3 up top and 3 in the middle again. But certainly a big, powerful forward unit now.
Carrick.
Brilliant play from Carrick, beautiful awareness.
It's now 760 minutes since Manchester United conceded a Premier League goal, heading for their 8th consecutive clean sheet.
Well, as I say, in that little spell when they weren't as fluid, you know, and Evra and bits and pieces were out of the team, they always had that to fall back on, John. It's such a huge thing when you don't concede goals. What a pass that is.
Rooney to Ronaldo. And Ronaldo stumbles over Belletti, who comes back for more, takes him down. Cynical enough that Howard Webb goes straight to his pocket. Just Giuliano Belletti.
Just sense that when Bosingwa came off, you know, I do think Belletti's nowhere near as athletic as Bosingwa. And it's brilliant feet, it's a lovely step over. And he's got such a change of pace. He has one go, not satisfied with that. It's a bad tackle for me. Minimum, it's a yellow card.
5 yellows for Chelsea, 3 for Manchester United. Chelsea get one more, they'll get an FA fine. Can they afford £25,000? So can Manchester United find a grand climax?
Two as United are. I think their system suits Chelsea.
Very rarely do Chelsea concede 3. Extremely rarely do they lose by 3. That's a foul by Drogba and Evans. Now for the current leaders of the Barclays Premier League, Liverpool, it's not been a great weekend, with their manager reacting to Alec Ferguson when he didn't need to. And then a limp display at Stoke, followed by Manchester United, the most dangerous of rivals, winning very comfortably here without even needing recourse to Carlos Tevez.
You know, they had the opportunity to take Giggsy off, give him a breather. You know, sounds silly, but you know, they're big things to be able to do. Lost Evra an injury. You know, it's just been a good day all round for Sir Alex. They've been very, very good, very patient, and they've had them little magic bits of moments that he needed it.
So far by Drogba. Next for Manchester United, Wigan come here on Wednesday, one of their catch-up games. And then there's a trip to the Reebok to play Bolton next weekend. Both of those happening before Liverpool play again.
Well, certainly in the form they're in at the moment, you know, and as I say, you look at the bench and the quality they've got there. there is a chance of freshening things up. You know, you've got young Raphael's been left out today. Carrick's had a breather, Scholes had a breather.
Ronaldo, Berbatov eased off it. Belletti. Anelka. Lampard left it short.
Ridiculous here, you know.
Carvalho's got to deal with two. She's at least one too many. Here's Berbatov. Rooney's free. Poor ball.
It's wonderfully initially, but he doesn't see that. I just couldn't believe that. You know, it was 2-on-1 here, and Chelsea were committing bodies forward. You know, whatever you say, they're not going to win the game. For me, they must stop conceding more now. It's a damage limitation at the moment, and that sounds ridiculous when you're talking about a Chelsea United game.
Now there are going to be 3 additional minutes. Nowhere near enough for Chelsea, even if they were playing well. Lampard, Ballack. So put this title race in context for us now, Ian.
Well, I believe that United are the form horse. I do, but I just think that they've built a big platform on being solid defensively, and now looking a little bit more punchy in terms of their attacking intent, and they look to be playing the better football than anyone else in the challenge for me, and that certainly includes Liverpool. You know, and you have to put that in. I mean, Arsenal have to come in, I think, and Liverpool have to come in. And they're huge, pivotal games. I mean, Liverpool coming here is a massive. Don't forget that Chelsea go to Liverpool, I think, in a couple of weeks' time. You know, they've got them games to play. United, Liverpool here is a huge, huge game. But you just feel that the balance of the team's right.
1st of February at Anfield, Chelsea visit. Plenty more huge games between now and the end of the season. This is Manchester United's day.
Oh, he's done ever so well to get a block on that Carvalho, because if he doesn't, Ronaldo's through again.
I don't know whether Ray Wilkins will have mixed feelings, because he's very much a Chelsea man these days. Or a Manchester United player, of course.
Like about Jonny Evans, I really do. I think it's a big test for him today, and he's come through it with flying colours, and he's got that. He's got the quality to play the United way, and that's, you know, he's put 2 or 3 sublime passes in the last few minutes, and that shows a sign of growing confidence.
Evans in because Ferdinand had a recurrence of his back spasms this morning.
Needs to get one of them orthopaedic mattresses, John.
Sure, we can afford one. Belletti and Drogba. There's a foul there anyway, levering Evans out of the way.
It was actually a brilliant ball in from Belletti. Really, really good. But good defending from Jonny Evans. Stayed nice and strong. Forced Drogba into the area. I still think Drogba will need 3 or 4 games. But the maestro there has overseen another great tactical and technical display for me.
He came into the game saying he didn't expect a feast of goals. He's enjoyed a 3-course meal. Here's John O'Shea. Seconds remaining at Old Trafford. Berbatov. Ball wouldn't obey him. Carvalho emerges with it. And the final whistle goes at the home of the reigning champions, who have made a big statement today.
Oh, absolutely. Resounding performance, committed, determined, marvellous work ethic, but most of all capped up by some scintillating football.
The goal scorers, Nemanja Vidic in first half stoppage time, Dimitar Berbatov 3 minutes from the end, and in between times Wayne Rooney, John Terry, one of 5 Chelsea players together with Frank Lampard, who were cautioned. They were not at their best, The questions will intensify over Luis Felipe Scolari's reign. There'll be a few questions about Manchester United, and Liverpool will be worried, because now the reigning kings are 5 points behind and they have 2 games in hand, and by the time Liverpool play again, they may have been deposed as leaders. The goals from Vidic, Rooney and Berbatov. Manchester United's day, 3-0 winners.